Hello everyone, my name is Ikansh and welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn about the beautiful game of chess, then you have clicked on the correct video. After seeing this video, you will be all set to play the game of chess. But before going on to the topic, please do subscribe my channel, like the video and share it with your friends so that they can also learn this beautiful game. So as you know, there are many rules in chess and I am going to cover them one by one. So first I would like to tell you that it's always the white player's turn to move first. For example, so this is the board setup on your screen. So white can play first. For example, white can play this, and only after that it will come black's turn. Then black can play this, then you will play your next move, then black will play his next move, and so on and so on. The game goes on, so it's always alternate. You might have heard about the three terms check, checkmate and stalemate. So what are these three terms? Let me explain you. For example, I will just play some random moves over here. Yeah, so so this bishop is here, so it will come here diagonally. Yeah, so the bishop has come here and it has attacked your king. So what does check means? Exactly this. So if the opponent's piece attacks our king, then it gives us a check. Most of the people get confused in this, that whenever they give a check, they have to say a check. For example, you are playing with the black pieces and you have just not played this, so you don't need to say the word check. Your opponent has to notice himself. For example, if the opponent notices, he will of course save his king, and there are three ways to save the king. One is One is to run away with the king. Second, to block the line where the piece is attacking our king, and the third is to capture the piece who is attacking our king. So first is to run away with the king. Here it is not possible because the king is binded by its own pieces and the only square it can go to is this, and here also the bishop will attack him. So the king can't run away, and of course this bishop cannot be captured by any of the white pieces. So the only way left is to block the line of attack, and here are many ways to block. For example, you can push this pawn forward and it saves your king and the bishop can't overlap this pawn. And one more example is you can keep your knight there, you can keep your bishop in between, it will save your king. But what if the opponent didn't notice this? Here it's obvious that he'll notice, but in some positions your opponent will miss this. For example, I didn't notice the check and I played something like this. I played the pawn. Now you can't just say I captured your king and I won the game. Well, it is somewhat similar to that, but this move will be called as an illegal move. I will come to illegal move a little later, but before that let's discuss what is a checkmate. So let me flip the board once again. So checkmate is nothing but when you're on a check. That means when the king is attacked and there is no way to save the king. For example, let me set up some random position. Yeah, and the bishop comes over here and it's attacking your king. So now you are on a check. First condition is fulfilled, and second is, what are the three ways to save a check? Run with the king, block the line of attack, or capture the piece which is attacking. If these three ways are not possible, then you are checkmated and the game is over and the opponent wins. So here you can't run away with the king, these pieces cover the squares, and you cannot block the line of attack. This queen can't move like a knight, of course, and then you can't capture the bishop as well. For example, in this position your pawn was already over here, so whenever he comes here it's only a check because you can run away with your king. The king can move here, you can get away from the line of attack and the king is safe. So that's about the checkmate. Now we can move to the stalemate. So stalemate is a case where many of the beginners confuse in. So I will explain this. The stalemate rule leads to a draw. And draw, I will discuss about draw after the stalemate rule. So the stalemate rule says that when you don't have a legal move, you're not in a check. That means your king is not in a check and you don't have any legal moves. So let me set up a position, for instance. So I will remove all the pieces just to make it very easy for you. I will keep only the queen and the kings. So for example, your king is here and black's queen is here. Black just played the move this. So now you can become happy that the game is drawn because he has a queen, so he could have won, but he played this move. Now you don't have any legal move and you are not in a check. So the king is not attacked because the queen doesn't move like a knight, it moves vertically, horizontally or diagonally. So the queen has covered all the squares where the king can go. All these 3 squares are covered where the king could go. It can't move out of the board, right? Okay, and there are 2 pawns as well. But as I said in my previous video, if the pawns are placed like this, then they are stuck together forever. So the pawns cannot also move. So white has no move here, and white says that this position is a draw and the game will agree to be a draw. Now as I said, I will come to the draw rule, but before that I would also like to discuss about the illegal move which I told you. So for example, let me keep a pawn here as well. The queen is over here, so it's black's turn. Black gave this check and you didn't see that it's a check and you just pushed your pawn 1 move forward. So now what is it? This is known as an illegal move because your king is on check and you just can't ignore a check and you have to save your king. So you have to move a king either here or here, which are the only squares. This move is not allowed and will be called as an illegal move. Any move like this which keeps your king under attack will be known as an illegal move. And there are only 2 illegal moves allowed in the game. So you can play 1 illegal move. For example, you played this. Your opponent can appeal to the arbiter. Now who is the arbiter? Arbiter is like a referee in football match or an umpire in a cricket match. So his decision is final and he can appeal to the arbiter that you have played an illegal move, and then you have to take back this move and play either of these 2 moves again. So 1 illegal move, and if you do like this 1 more time, then you will be declared as lost. So only 2 illegal moves are allowed. Now, so we know that there are 3 results that are possible in a game of chess. That means either white can win or black can win, or the third result is draw, where neither white can win or black. That means half point given to both. So how does draw happen? There are many ways of draw. One is draw by insufficient material. For example, I remove all these pieces. So a position is somewhat like this. Here both has kings, of course kings are necessary, and white has only 1 knight. A knight and king cannot do a checkmate together to the king. They can do a stalemate only, and stalemate is of course a draw. So this position will be automatically declared a draw by the arbiter, or a player can appeal as a draw. You don't need to play on from here. And for example, I place a bishop instead of the knight. This is also a draw. You cannot checkmate the opponent king only with a bishop. And the next rule is the 50 move rule. So 50 move rule is a very confusing one. So let me explain you. The 50 move rule says that if there is no capture, that means no one has killed anyone, no piece has captured any other piece of the opponent, and no pawn moves have taken place. For example, the position is like this. Until 50 moves, only the kings are moving. No captures have been done, no pawn moves because the pawns are stuck. The game will be declared as drawn. Well, this was a very simple example. There are many other examples as well. For example, I keep a rook here and then keep a rook over here. So here also pawns are stuck, so the rooks either have to kill the pawns to free the pawns. Otherwise, after 50 moves, if there are no pawn moves, then the game will be declared as a draw. So fine. Now the next rule is the threefold repetition rule. Threefold repetition refers that, for example, there are rooks over here. So many people confuse in this rule as well. They think that the 3 times the move should repeat and then the position would be drawn. But the thing is, threefold repetition actually refers that if you play the same position again and again, for example, this is the position, you played this move, he played this, you played this, and he played this. So after, what happened that already we had this position and again it repeated once, which means second time you got the same position. Now if I do once more, for example, I play this time, they here and not here, then he plays this, I come back, he come back. Now the position has repeated 3 times and this will be declared as a draw. You don't need to play more than this. Players think that only in these moves the position would be considered a drawn, but moves doesn't matter, the position matters. So I can play this and this, bring the position, I can play this and this, bring the same position. Now we move to one rule which very less people know nowadays, because due to this COVID-19 pandemic we all are playing online chess, and in online chess this rule is almost nowhere. So this move is the touch and move rule. So this move online only over the board you can use, online there is no one to watch you. So touch and move rule states that if you touched this rook, then you have to play the move with the rook only and you cannot play the move with the king. But in online nobody sees you, so you can do anything. You can drag the rook here, but then you decide you don't want to play, you keep it back and then you move with the king here and there. But in offline chess I would like to discuss this rule, because whenever you play chess over the board, then it will be very helpful. So whenever you touch a piece, you have to play that piece. For example, in over the board, what happens, the piece is sometimes not properly placed on the square. For example, the king is placed between these two squares. Now you know that the king is on this square, but the king is placed somewhat like this. So what you can do is, you can move the piece to the left side and say adjust, which means that you are correcting the piece position, and then the touch and move rule will not apply. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button, share the video with your friends, and any doubts, feedbacks or suggestions are the most welcome in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.